What's up? What's up? What's up? Thank you so much for joining me. The big event is here. Welcome to Studio Hex here in Topanga. My name is Nick Hexum. I am your host for the evening. So many names. Thank you guys for joining in. We've got multiple platforms going here at once. Modern technology, I call it. Welcome to the Instagram people and the Twitch people and YouTube and TikTok. I'm assuming that it's working on all 4 platforms right now. I first want to I recognize so many names here in these chats that are flying by. Thank you all for logging on. And a special shouts out, that makes more sense, to the gentle giant, Anthony. He also goes by Andy sometimes, is here with me. We've been capturing content today. And to Ross and Jana and Jen for helping out. They are moderating and keeping the fires burning. And also a thank you to Miss Bliss for making a new Home Row Homies logo for 2025. And if you don't know, we have this cool Discord community under my name um, where it's positive people talking about stuff, sharing music. There's like um, forums for different things, cooking, outside, pets, food. Wait, that's cooking and food, workout stuff. So, anyway, without further ado, I am going to play songs off my second EP, which is called Full Memories. So, you're seeing a theme here with these first three EPs: waxing, nostalgic, full memories. And what's the third phase of Moon? Um, of course, that would be waning. So the next EP is coming in a couple months. But we're here to talk about the second one. And I wanted to say that it will be on all streaming platforms in 3 hours. So you're getting a sneak peek. And I'm going to play lyric videos. I'm going to talk about each song, play lyric videos so you can listen and read the lyrics at once. And also, you can ask some questions. I've got moderators curating them, and at the end, I'm going to answer some questions. So, that is what we have planned. And again, I'm very grateful to all the support, all the 311 fans that are here and indulging me on this fun side project. Of course, 311 is always my main focus. It's all of our life's work, and this is just a fun side project to explore some really personal themes and some new instrumentation. I think about, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, I was really into the most modern sounding stuff that there could be. And now I've just been having a growing appreciation for old-timey instruments, mandolin, pedal steel, dobro, auto harp, banjo, fiddle. Some of those I can play, but as you'll see as I go through the credits of different people that helped me out on these songs, I also know my limitations, so I've been bringing in some awesome collaborators. So, that's enough introducing. The first song, and a general overview, I'm getting more into Americana, bluegrassy instrumentation. It's a little bit more country sounding. Maybe not this first song. This first song sounds a little bit more English folky to me. And then lyrically, I realized that this collection has kind of like some family themes going on. There's just talk about relationships and the feeling of belonging, of home life, being married, having kids. So I hope you like it. And this first song is, I think, a simple romantic song. I'm getting the mushiest one out of the way first. It's called Just to See You Smile. And the credits for this song, this was actually one that after the Nick Hexum Quintet album wrapped, I started a couple songs, and this is one of them. And it was written with a couple really good friends of mine. One of them, if you saw the quintet, my bass player, Andres Revejon, the Colombian bass master, is also a good songwriter. And then another bass player called Alan Hampton, he's just a great singer-songwriter. He wrote Places That the Mind Goes with me, and he also plays bass for Madison Cunningham and Andrew Bird, some just really tasty, folky, interesting music with slight jazzy touch. So maybe this first song gets a little bit more jazzy with a little bit more tension in the chords. It's not super simple, but the other ones get more simple and down home. So that is my introduction. Let me see. Let me just glance at the credits here again on this song. It was produced and mixed and mastered by me, and I did vocals and pedal steel guitar and electric guitar, and bass guitar and acoustic guitar was done by Alan Hampton, and drums, programming, and acoustic guitar, and I also did some drum programming, but drums and acoustic guitar was done by Andres Revejon. So, hope you like it. It's called Just to See You Smile. I'm going to play the lyric video. Like I said, you can ask some questions, and I'll get to those at the end. Here goes. Still lying down, open your eyes and calm me down. I've been waiting since the sunset until now, and I have to ask, what does it feel like? Smiling all the time, bringing light to the darkness of the night. Time like now, keeping that fire to yourself. You cannot leave us all here waiting upside down. No, when the world without your smile is just a frown. And I have to ask, what does it feel like? Smiling all the time, bringing light to the darkness of the night. Opens my eyelids as I fade into the sky. You know I've traveled miles and miles to look into your eyes, wondering why the world stops spinning around every time you pass by. And the waves stand in ovation as they look to see you smile. Then they fall back in the ocean, satiated for a while, for return to come again. They're lined up for miles and miles. Oh, a cloud hangs from a mountain with a promise to the wild. The rain falls to the forest, and from the forest to the ground. From the ground comes up the flower blooms and hopes the time's now to see you smile. Up, and we're back. Thank you guys. I've been watching the comments, much appreciated. And yeah, as I couldn't hear it down, but I'm thinking about it as I'm reading the lyrics, and as with the mellotron, that flute sound that you can is it Strawberry Fields has one. There's featured on some Beatles song that makes it sound kind of English to me. Um, but thank you for all the nice comments and happy Earth Day. I guess it does have a good Earth Day vibe going with it. So that is the opening song. Like I said, it's a 5-song EP. And to go, or the plan for the year is that there's 5 4-song EPs and 1 5-song EP, which makes 25 songs in 2025. Because I just had this thing of like, who knows how much longer I can make music? Who knows how much longer people are going to be paying attention? So I'm just going to like let it flow. And then also just the experience that I talked about before of realizing that perfectionism and infrequent releases is bad for an artist. Um, so just to walk through the fear of worrying if people are going to like it or not, and just put out music. And so it's been a lot of fun, and I just really appreciate the open minds and open ears. And now I'm going to talk about song number 2, which is called Please Explain. And it started out as just a funny video that one of my daughter's friends posted of it was at Christmas time, and he was talking about how Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and how can he fly, and he's like, please explain. So it just became like a Hexum thing, that when somebody would do something like, please explain what. And so that was just a working title. And then I was just singing it over kind of an instrumental, and my friend Pablo Matheson, who used to be 311's A&R man, he's down in Austin now, and he is working with a couple awesome power pop writers, singers, songwriters that I really like. One is Brendan Benson. You guys remember I used to talk about him a lot. And the other is Ben Queller. Ben Queller is just such a tasty writer. He's just a great dude. And so we linked up remotely, also in person when we were down the 311 show in Austin. But we did this writing session remote. And we started to talk about what it's like to be a dad, and what it's like to, when you sense that something's going on with one of your kids, and to get them to feel in a safe enough place to open up, and being vulnerable both ways with the parent and the child. And so this song, just once we kind of discussed the lane of what we wanted to be about, it came out really quick. And it's getting a little bit more country leaning with this kind of drum thing that's going on there. But it's what the song called for, and you cannot deny the muse, or she will abandon you. Amusement. You go to a museum. Music. It's all about the muse. So this song was produced and mixed and mastered by myself, and I played guitar and pedal steel and keyboards and bass and sang on it. And Colin Blanton, who I met through George Clanton, he played drums on 3 of the songs on the first EP, and he plays drums on this song with brushes, and it's called Please Explain. So without further ado, here is the second track off of Full Memories, and it's called Please Explain. explain, please explain what you are thinking. What are you thinking? Baby, I'll jump through your hoops for all of that pain, making me afraid what you're not saying. Please explain. I can tell when your eyes are filled up with sorrow, maybe 'cause you're just like me. Please explain, please explain. There's a way a father's instinct knows his daughter. Your secrets are kept safely. Please explain, please explain what you are thinking. What are you thinking? Baby, I'll jump through your hoops for all of that pain, making me afraid what you're not saying. Please explain. What you are thinking, what are you thinking? Baby, I'll jump through your hoops for all of that pain, making me afraid what you're not saying. What you are thinking, what are you thinking? Baby, I'll jump through your hoops as long as it takes, but this heart breaks from what you're not saying. Please explain. What's up, what's up, what's up? Thank you for the nice comments. It's you know, feeling vulnerable. It's where an artist needs to go. And I heard a wonderful quote lately about vulnerability. Sometimes it's the first thing I look for in you, but it's the last thing I want you to see in me. But it's always the best place for an artist to go, to open up, drop the shield, lose the armor, and invite you in. Invite someone into your world, whether it's through art or just in life in general. It's about connection. So that was Please Explain. Like I said, shout out to Ben Queller. It was a really wonderful connection to make. And he's just a great dude. And I look forward to working with him again sometime. So, next song. Some people mentioned it as kind of the single. It's getting more bluegrassy. I think that this last song played was more kind of 70s, and this next one might be called New Grass. And it's called Careless. And, I think on the first EP, a song like Lonely Existence was just delving into the dark parts of my history. And Careless is doing that as well. When you're pissed off at yourself for inconsiderate behavior, and feeling bad for the way you treated people at times, and needing to grow up, make amends, have some accountability. So this next song is called Careless, and the first song, Just to See You Smile, that was over 15 years old. Now this one, just the chorus has been laying around in the hard drive. and a little preview of the lyrics. It has a ton of alliteration, and I always really liked it, but I just couldn't find a way to finish it. The lyric is, I'm so careless, I can hardly bear this. I swear this is my last. Ran across the planet, I can hardly stand it. The damage left in the path of my past. So lots of alliteration there, and it just always stuck in my head, but I couldn't find a way to arrange the rest of the song. So I had a couple of, one of my main collaborators on both of these EPs is Kenny Feinstein from the band Water Tower. I think he might be watching. Shout out to Kenny. He's coming over tomorrow morning to make a video for this song. But I had Kenny and another guy, Tommy, from Water Tower come over, and I was like, I got this chorus. Please help me finish it. And they did. And so I brought in a young producer, this guy, John Moran. Shout out to John if you're watching. And he produced it along with me, and I mixed and mastered it. And Kenny plays fiddle and mandolin and acoustic guitar, and Tommy Drinkard from Water Tower plays banjo and dobro. And it's kind of a boogie and up-tempo bluegrass kind of thing. And I guess that is, I've talked about the lyrics. So that's enough introducing. Here is Careless. The glass slipped through my hand, and now there are shards scattered across the land. I can't forget the sound that it made. I can't forget how many chances you gave. I'm so careless, I can hardly bear this, I swear this is my last. Ran across the planet, I can hardly stand it, the damage left in the path of my past. Oh no, no, not again. That's a promise I never can win, and that's the thing that I could never tell you. Until now, I'll just lay it down. I'm sure you knew I'm careless, it's true. I built a fire that burned way too bright, fed by my whims that fueled me all night. From nights of indulgence to morning contrition, but deep inside I knew it'd come to an end. I'm so careless, I can hardly bear this, I swear this is my last. Ran across the planet, I can hardly stand it, the damage left in the path of my past. Oh no, no, not again. I can't believe reasons I made up. I'll never get back the time I waste. And I know that you did me a favor when you told me. You told me. Get your shit together, I'm so careless. I can hardly bear this, I swear. This is my last. Ran across the planet, I can hardly stand it. The damage left in the path of my past. Oh no, no, not again. That's a promise I never can win. And that's the thing that I can never tell you. Until now, I'll just lay it down. I'm sure you knew. I'm careless, it's true. And we're back. Why is it blurry? Oh. In focus now. Thank you. Yeah, get your shit together. Who can't make a little progress on getting their shit together? So I think that was the key lyric that people are really connecting with. And it is the one curse word on any of this new stuff, I think. Thank you guys for the nice comments. And it's not lost on me about what a departure this is, and that I'm, asking a lot of people to hear me in this new way. And thank you for indulging me, and thank you for listening to it with an open mind. And all these videos will be on YouTube a little later, and the songs will be on all streaming platforms in just a few hours. Next up, we have more of a chill vibe. I have a baritone acoustic that I think I made some videos about. It's tuned down to a B, so you just play an E chord. It's just huge, and it's an 8-string, so it has even more, just very huge tone to it to go that low and have double strings on the middle strings. And so this next song started with just strumming an open E chord, and then it just felt like a sitting on the porch kind of song. And I collaborated with my sister Angie, as I mentioned before. She wrote 1978 with me, and she's just a wonderful sister and wordsmith, and a good singer too. And she's, kind of ahead of me on different, she does meditation retreats, and she's just an awesome all-around person. So we came up with the lyrics to this song, and it's about, as you'll see, there are a bunch of metaphors that there are so many things in life that would be no good without another thing, yin and yang, the complementary things of two different objects. And the same is true about a partnership, a family, a band, and just the feeling of like when you're right where you should be. So this song is called Where I Belong, and it's very simple. I produced and mixed and mastered it, and sang and played a little pedal steel and baritone acoustic guitar. And Kenny joined me for some fiddle and mandolin, and Colin Blanton again played a simple, sparse drum part. So I think this is a mellow, chill song, and it's called Where I Belong. It goes like this. Sugar sweetens up the lemonade. A garden fence must have a gate. A birthday cake burns for its candles. A sneaker's lost without its lace. It's in our nature. We were never meant to fly so low. Promise needs a solemn word to keep. A handle needs a hand to hold. With you here beside me, I'm right where I belong. A chord won't ring until it's found its third. A stream's a flood without its bed. The sun don't rise when you're in outer space. A hat is hungry for a head. It's in our nature. We were never meant to fly so low. A promise needs a solemn word to keep. A handle needs a hand to hold. With you here beside me, I know where I belong. Every whistle needs a breath of wind. Every story always has an end. With you here beside me, I'm right where I belong, where I belong. Right. Earth Day. Happy Earth Day. Thank you for the nice comments. Just fun getting into new territory. And really appreciate you guys listening and checking out. And I saw a ton of people are just joining in. So since we're through 4 of the 5 songs, we only have 1 song left. If you want to, this definitely will be available to stream from the beginning on Twitch. And I'm pretty sure it'll also replay on the other platforms, but definitely on Twitch. So if you want to see the stuff that you miss for those people, just logging in. But again, thank you for all the nice comments. Much, much appreciated. So finally, and again, after this next song, I'm going to answer a few questions and call it a night. But so if you guys had any, the moderators will be sending them to me. And this last song is a cover. It's a cover song. And who is the least likely person that you expect me to do a cover of song? Cover of song. Who is the least? How about Chapel Roan? That's right. I love hearing new music from my daughters, and um, this particular song is called California, and the lyrics spoke to me um, very strongly, and I realized that I could do it in this Americana style. And basically, she tells the story of moving from the Midwest to California to pursue her dreams, being homesick, missing the Midwest. So in her version, she says, "I miss the seasons in Missouri," but I changed it to Nebraska because I moved out to LA by myself at the age of 17 to pursue music, and had some big feelings of missing my hometown. And then after a while, I realized that the very best thing that I could do was to go back to Omaha and link back up with my high school buddies, and that's how 311 was born. And in there, she talks about um, to think I almost had it going, but I let you down. Like she kind of is alluding to going back and feeling some like sense of defeat, or should I keep going or should I go back or whatever. So I lived that. So I just thought it was a really cool song. And obviously it worked out perfectly as it was meant to for both me and her. So no regrets. And, but it's just a kind of paints a portrait of what my late teens were like. So it is called California by Chapel Roan, and I had some really um, cool collaborators on this song that just shout out to Big Lou if you're watching. He linked me up with um, a few players, and one of them is Rami Jaffe from the Foo Fighters, keyboard wizard. Um, you know, he's just a badass all around. Wallflowers, um, Foo Fighters music, and he plays, you know, he's just a keyboard virtuoso. So he added some Hammond B3, he added some um, cello, keyboard cello, he added some vibraphone and some mellotron strings. And then I realized that I needed a better pedal steel player than I had. So I went to my, it exceeded my pedal steel playing um, ability. I needed somebody that could really do these complex chords that the song called for. So I called up my friend Joel Martin. You can find him on YouTube and other platforms as I Play Pedal Steel. He is a Grateful Dead aficionado and expert, and he does these cool streams where he's playing Dead songs on his pedal steel and singing, and he's a very trippy, awesome dude. And he was actually in the Hexum Brothers band back when we toured back in 2004, and he was in my brother Zach's bands, and he's just a badass pedal steel player. And I produced it and mixed and mastered it, and this was the first song that I actually played banjo myself on. I probably did a lot of editing to make it sound decent, but I'm trying to pull up the credits here to see if there's anything else I missed. But yeah, I played guitar and banjo and programmed some drums, or maybe I think I actually played a kick drum on this one, and bass. And so, without further ado, here is the final song on my second EP, and it's a cover of California by Chapel Roan. It goes a little something like this.
I stretched myself across 4 states, new lands, West Coast, where my dreams lay. I trade amber clay roads for the sea foam and endless sun rays. 'Cause I was never told that I wasn't gonna get the things I want the most. But people always say if it hasn't happened yet, then maybe you should go. Come get me out of California, no leaves are brown. I miss the seasons in Nebraska, my dying town. Thought I'd be cool in California, I'd make you proud. To think I almost had it going, but I let you down. Too hard to find reasons to stay. Even true love could not persuade. 'Cause I was never told that I wasn't gonna get the things I want the most. But people always say if it hasn't happened yet, maybe you should go. Come get me out of California, no leaves are brown. I miss the seasons in Nebraska, my dying town. Thought I'd be cool in California, I'd make you proud. To think I almost had it going, but I let you down. Come get me out, come get me out, come get me out, come get me out, come get me out of California, no leaves on brown. I miss the seasons in Nebraska, my dying town. Thought I'd be cool in California, I'd make you proud. To think I almost had it going, but I let you down.
Back. That concludes the songs from my second EP, Full Memories. And in case you're just joining us, there will be a restream on Twitch and probably the other platforms. And all these songs will be on my YouTube page tonight and all the streaming platforms at midnight Eastern. About 2 hours and 15 minutes, right? Am I doing am I messing up the math? Anyway, thank you all for the nice comments. And I have some questions here that I saw, so I'm going to answer those. Um, yeah, as far as influences, it was as I was listing them, I was like a lot of female singers. Madeline Peyroux, wonderful jazzy country singing. Faye Webster, the production with the pedal steel and the dreamy arrangements just really tripped my trigger. And then as we were going to go to fly, was it See Here Now, where we played with Sierra Farrell, and on the flight there, Tim Mahoney was like, "Dude, check out Sierra Farrell. You're gonna like her," and because she was playing, and I missed her set because we were driving in from the airport, but Um, I just started to listen to a lot of Sierra Farrell. And then my friend Kenny from Water Tower is good friends with her. And he invited me to sit in at that square dance at the Desert Five spot in Hollywood. And she came and joined us for a song. And then we all hung out the next day and kicked around some song ideas and just talked about life and what it's like to be a musician. And, I got to be the elder statesman. Um, so it was very, very cool. And yeah, I'd love to do a song with her if time lines up. Next question. What have I learned from these tunes, and how did I work through normalcy to pull out awesome new sounds? Their words, not mine. Um, yeah, I think that, you have to have courage to break through bonds of normalcy. We all kind of put up um, boundaries and fences that we don't intend to sometimes, just in life in general, um, creatively, behaviorally. So to just have um, the trust that 311 fans are going to be cool, even if this isn't something that's right for them. That it's not going to like ruin anything. Um, and just to to go into new territory, and also the whole the whole way that I've been trying to just really go into the dark caves. On the next EP, I talk about losing my youngest brother to an overdose and go into some difficult issues. And the book Saved by a Song um, really really spoke to me about how therapeutic it can be and how healing it is for both the artist and the listener, to go into those things. So, and I think that whole experience is something that I'm going to take with me in 311 writing and everything else, like um, getting more and more vulnerable, because it's where the growth lies. So, what was the most difficult instrument to learn? I would say, I mean, the top three most difficult. I would say third is banjo, because that just requires a lot of um, coordination, three finger, um, and my my teacher again, Kenny Feinstein, encouraged me to use finger picks, but I'm just going to use my fingers with no picks yet, because and the same thing too on my pedal steel playing. The good players use finger picks to get that more percussive, but I'm like, I need to feel the strings and be able to mute them quickly and stuff. So a few shortcuts to just get up and running. But um, I really enjoyed playing mandolin. As you probably saw, I made a lot of videos on my learning mandolin, learning Led Zeppelin songs and Nickel Creek and Old Crow Medicine Show and stuff. And that it's such a tiny neck. It's like a violin size neck. So getting the exact right angle to to uh, to play the notes without fretting them out and muting them is pretty difficult. Um, but pedal steel requires the most coordination. You're using, there's no frets, so you're just fly. You're. It's wild. You know what I mean? There's no. You have to really pay attention to your tuning. There's 10 strings. You have 3-foot pedals. Some pedal steel players have more. 3 is more than enough. And the different combinations that raise and lower the strings and give it that. And then you also have a knee bar where you push your knee out. Some of them have 2 knee bars. That would be insane. But you're using both feet, because one of them's a volume pedal and the other one is the pedals. So that has been very challenging. And I have a couple pedal steel guys that have been helping me out. Another one named Brian Simpson, who gave me some lessons. So that is a difficult instrument to learn. Um, and let's see. Yes, it was very therapeutic to mix and master my own stuff. And it was another leap of faith. Like, I'm always reminded of the Beatles producer um, just said, all you need is ears. It's all you need is love. And then the title of his book, Sir George Martin, is All You Need Is Ears. Just trust your ears, trust your instincts. And I know what I like. I did have somebody help me out with the mixes of two of the songs on the first EP. And then I was like, I'm going to just trust my ears and do it right here at Studio Hex. And then mastering too, giving that final EQ and making everything nice and loud and A-being it and going to listen to it in the car. And um, that was another growth experience for me. And last question, consideration to, I do have some, after the super exciting 311 tour, summer tour that we're looking forward to, I've got some time afterwards, which I might do some solo shows to play this kind of music. So stay tuned for more info on that. Again, thank you guys for joining in. You can see this stream from the beginning on Twitch, and please follow me on save on like Spotify and stuff. If you save it, add it to a playlist, that would be much appreciated. Helps the algorithm. And we made some cool TikTok content and stuff, so we'll be rolling that out to just talk further and give a little demonstration of different parts on the songs. And again, shout out to the whole team, everybody that's helped me out so much with this. Maybe most of all, my awesome wife, Nikki, head of SKP, our label platform, that's made it so I was like, we've got this label platform. I can just put out music. It's so nice. And shout out to Gentle Giant, who's here helping me, and Ross and Jana and Jen and B Love, by the way, and Evan Miles, S.A.'s nephew, who tours with us in 311. He helped me with these lyric videos. B Love stepped in and helped me with the lyric videos. Shout out to Maxine for being in the lyric video for Please Explain. It's just been this really cool bonding thing for all of my collaborators. So thank you to them, and thank you guys for hearing it with open ears and open hearts. And lastly, stay positive. Love your life. Thank you guys so much. Take care.